So here we are again, this time with the how to fix video. We're going to be covering Jurassic World Rebirth. And to preface all of this, let me say, to fix this franchise, this movie shouldn't even exist. They need to take like a 5 to 10 year break. Then in my opinion, they should come out with a Jurassic Park TV show. Similar to like Westworld, you know what I'm saying? But make it more book accurate. That's the only way this works. You just gotta stop. You just have to stop, man. Because this movie just made all the same mistakes that the other trash movies made. No good story, and just a bunch of dino scenes thrown in there. But you know, this movie made $800 million at the box office, so there's no way in hell that they even wait 3 years before they release another movie. So expect another Jurassic Park sequel, and it's going to be trash again. This time it may not make as much money. But to get on to the video, how do I fix this movie? Well, the basic premise would be the same. It would be some new island, of course, where they're experimenting on mutated dinosaurs. But I would completely get rid of the family. I mean, there was no point of them to be in the movie. The only thing their purpose was just for dinosaur scenes, basically. Anyways, we'd fix the whole story by just focusing on some employees on the island. Focus on them living far from their family. And you know, they're experimenting on mutated dinosaurs. We get rid of the awful Snickers scene. That shit was terrible. I mean, you're on an island full of mutated dinosaurs. Just have one of the mutated dinosaurs develop some sort of ability. Or maybe it has human DNA, so it develops intelligence at a very fast rate, and it finds a way to escape. Or you could go the other route of having an employee pair bond with this motherfucker and think it's doing something good by releasing it and like, oh, you're free. And then the fucking dino just eats his ass. Some shit like that, you know? Or even, I was even thinking of the idea of maybe since these dinos may have human DNA, maybe they could release some type of pheromone that makes people go crazy. And they don't know it yet, and they experience that, and everybody starts going crazy. And then it's just a dino fest. So the first half of the movie would basically be a horror film of people trying to survive and escape this island. Bring it back to its roots, make it more scary, make it have stakes. And then in the second half, of course, you would still have your mercenary group, maybe the company. I forgot the name of it. It's irrelevant in this film. They don't want the government to find out. So they're like, we're going to hire our own mercenaries. We need you to go in and collect the DNA that's left in the facility. Because the whole idea of them having to collect DNA from live dinosaurs is just so stupid. I'm pretty sure the facility has all the DNA you need. It's all there. That's why they're fucking experimenting on mutated dinosaurs. So they have to call this mercenary group in. Maybe you still keep Duncan. Maybe you still keep Scarlet. You know, but you make Duncan more the leader. I was thinking you just completely remove Scarlet and bring in some other chick. Maybe she's a paleontologist, or what makes more sense is that she is a former employee at the facility, and she knows it like the back of her hand, so she goes in as like a consultant. Plus, she wants to see some real dinosaurs that are not dying, you know what I'm saying? So they go in, they have to collect this DNA, and they're also instructed to kill anybody remaining. You see, they don't want anyone to know that they fucked up. So then later in the story, it will create some sort of conflict, because maybe some mercenaries want to kill the survivors and the other mercenaries want to save them. Get what I'm saying? So then the second half basically becomes Jurassic Park aliens. You just have this mercenary group go in, fight off dinosaurs. They finally have guns in the series, but the dinosaurs get clever and find ways to still take them out. You know, shit like that. It would be a fun movie, a scary movie, and at least the story would have some semblance of logic. And then also to create conflict, maybe before the facility was there, it was like a raptor or a T-Rex nest. So when they go back into this facility, you know, they got to fight raptors or T-Rexes. Who the fuck knows? It would just be much more interesting than what we got. And like I said, it will make much more sense. And then lastly, before I forget, of course, you would have the Mosasaurus scene. You still have the T-Rex raft scene, but I think instead of the D-Rex, you should definitely have the Spinosaurus come back, like the real Spinosaurus from Jurassic Park 3. Have his ass come back, you know, just as a callback. I think that would be pretty cool. And like I said, this would just be a fun action adventure horror movie. Nothing special like the first one. Like I said, they shouldn't even make this. They shouldn't even make any more sequels to begin with. There's just nothing else you can do. You've already exhausted every story concept out there. So just give it a break. Anyways, that's my video. Check out some of my gaming live streams. Peace.